Hello, so I've now got the Logic 4 going and fully refurbished that I got from the other house. Yeah, there was a sticker there as well. I don't know if I pointed that out on another video, but yeah, it came with a sticker, so Atlas must have serviced this at some point. But yeah, it's still got the sticky back on, so it's not been used. They would have put it there or something like that, or any corner. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to be doing a little test. I've got the PIR. That's a previous video on my channel. Got this PIR going now. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. It's hard to see because of the light, but yeah, there's the LED. So that's in the exit terminals because I don't have any, or the delay period. That's in the delay zone, or the time zone as it's called in here, because I don't have any door contact spare at the minute because I've been busy with installations lately, so they're all installed in houses. Anyway, yeah, so it's when God, I don't know what I'm doing. It's in the exit terminal, so the exit light will come on. So if we put it into test mode, and then I activate the PIR with my hand, the exit light comes on, and then when the PIR goes off, the exit light goes off. So that's that. And if we put the panel in the off status, nothing will happen, even though we get an LED indication on there. So yeah, I've put mains power to it, so we've got a mains light on. I do think though, the one thing wrong with this, I think the transformer isn't working properly, and I think there's too much power going into the panel. Now I hope if that's the case, a fuse will blow at some point, because I wouldn't want to wreck it, because it works how it's supposed to when you put a backup battery to it. Because here's an example. When I run it off mains power and I give it a tamper, this makes like a funny noise. But if I open the lid and give the panel a tamper when it's running off a backup battery, it goes tweet tweet like it's supposed to. So I think it's just got a bit too much power flowing into it. But yeah, so I'll just do a little demo. So also the buzzer sounds different when it's on mains power. Anyway, so you've got off, test, which was that, turn it to test, activate the PIR, and we're getting, well, we should get, yeah, exit light. We've got part set, which omits zone 2, I think. And then we've got a full guard, so if you're going out, you do, did I say part test, part guard and full guard? So when you were going out, you'd give it a full guard, and if you were going to bed, you'd give it a part guard. So anyway, for the demo of this, I'm going to give it a full guard. So yeah, what you do when you were leaving, you'd put the system in test to make sure everything was closed, and then once you knew that, you'd either go to part or full. So I'll go to full guard, and the buzzer starts counting down. This sound will extinguish once it's finished. Starting to run out now. Right, the buzzer's gone off, the system is fully armed. So what will happen is, when I set the PIR off, the buzzer will start counting down, like I said, as it's on the exit zone. And then once that time expires, the buzzer will still carry on, but as well we'll get this making an awful, unbearable noise. So I'll go ahead and activate the PIR, and the system will start counting down. There we go. So we get an exit light, and then this will start soon. I've put that in the bell terminals. Right, it's now going off. That's what that thing sounds like. I've had to put it face down because it's so loud, and then turn it off. Yeah, so that's what it sounds like. So if there was a siren in there though, you'd get... I've just put that in the bell terminals because I don't want to put a siren to it because that would be really, really loud. Anyway, so yeah. I'm trying to think of any other features. Well, then this is what it sounds. So, as well, we've got tamper. So, systems nowadays, if you undo the screw, you get the screw half out and it gives it a tamper. With these, you've got to have the whole lid off before the system goes into tamper. So that's more time for a burglar. So there's an improved feature, one might say. So as we can see, I've fully removed the screw. It's quite obvious, there's no screw in there and we've not got a tamper. But I'm going to take the cover off this, so it will tamper then. And to reset the tamper, we turn the system to guard, any guard, part or full, it doesn't matter, and then back to off. That's to reset, or, yeah, right. But to temporarily silence the alarm whilst the cover's off, say like you were changing the backup battery, you could put the system into test mode. So, cover off. The buzzer's not beeping, we just get that thing buzzing, and we get a tamper light. So I'll turn this to test, and it'll stop. The system's now in test. So if I push this spring down, the tamper light goes out. So yeah, and if I put it back to off, it goes off again. So yeah, that's just how that works. So yeah. So to reset the system, put the cover. Oh, also, whilst we're in here, you turn these if you want to adjust the entry/exit with the screwdriver. You don't turn. There's no programmable features like the Optima XM where you'd use a keypad. This, you've got to turn these little switches or dials, whatever you want to say. So yeah, let's put the cover back on it now. Very hard to do one-handed, I have to say. I think, yep. So you see that tamper light goes off as soon as it clicks into place. Put the screw in. Also, another thing to add on about this Logic 4 is, there we go, that should be tight enough. I don't over tighten them. I broke the screw mechanism once by over tightening a panel, so that's something I'll never do again. If you've got a dead backup battery, the really old key switch panels, this is a downside to them, but many customers like this feature. If the power goes and the system is in the off position, say like you've got a dead backup battery and the power goes, the system will go off, you won't have any lights and it all will be silent and the power will come back on. The mains light will go back on and that'll be it. And that was how the really old key switch panels worked. So if you had a dead backup battery and the power came back on, the system wouldn't go into alarm mode. So that was a downside, but many customers obviously like that feature because it wouldn't set the alarm off. But these types of panels, the later key switch panels, if there's a mains failure and the power comes back on, you get a tamper light as well as mains, and it'll set the system off. So I'll just demonstrate that now, and of course to reset that, you put it in full guard and then off again. So we'll simulate a power failure by unplugging the panel. The light goes off, all silent. As soon as we plug it back in, all the power's restored, tamper and mains. So to turn that off, put the system in guard and then take it out of guard. And then the system's in the normal status. So yeah, that's how that's done. And that's pretty much it. That's my video on the Logic 4. Nearly said logic 4 plus 4 then. So yeah, good old Made in England. So it's basically a series like the Optima XM. There was an Optima. Well, there's an Optima Plus because I've installed that. That's elsewhere on the channel. There's an Optima XM6. There's an Optima XM4, which is that one. There is a Logic 4, that one. There might have been a Logic 6. There's another one, I think. There is another one. I can't remember what it is now. It's the one with a separate keypad. Anyway, there's quite a few. And yeah, the Optima is my favourite coded vintage alarm system. And yeah, so there's my favourite key switch alarm system. I can't name because it used to be in my house, and I can't. It was deinstalled, and I can't remember what it was called now. But anyway, if I had to name one, it'd probably be the Logic 4. So I was pretty happy when I found this. And you can see a video just on this Texacom PIR elsewhere on my channel, and I'll do a video soon of me demonstrating this little tweeter siren when it's working properly. The Logic 4 came with a dead backup battery that I'll have to recharge. So yeah, there's a lot going. The stuff on the floor could do with a hoover. It's just a mess in here at the minute. So yeah, thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye and see you later.